Yo, welcome to PiGGie's last Lament Lich. So I know a few of y'all asked me, and I'm not just making this up, a few of y'all asked me about this build, specifically Mr. Machi, Wretcheded, and the homie Shane, right? About this crossbow Lich that I made, and it all started because I found this crossbow, right? That last Lament. You need this crossbow, and you need to be a Lich for this right here, right? And that's it. That's the barrier to entry, right, of making this build. You just need that crossbow and you need this node, okay? And it all started with me because I found this crossbow, noticed the high level requirement of 78, and I'm like, what is this crossbow? Googled it, then I stumbled upon another build by Sowza, and I'll link his build bottom of this, so credit to him. But his build, he took a totally different take on it. He went energy shield evasion, and he has like really good gear, right? And I'm playing hardcore solo self-found, so I don't have all that kind of cool gear. If I could though, I would modify my build toward evasion energy shield if I could, because it's always nice to have two. I'm just pure energy shield on this one, but this is totally viable, in hardcore solo self-found, right? Obviously I had to do some nifty crafting and obviously some really good RNG for this build to happen, but a lot of balancing, right? And my gear is like, we'll go through the gear later, but it's nothing special. And I went from level 78 to my current level right now, 92, super fast, just because this build slaps, right? I was planning to, I haven't min-maxed it. I was planning to go ahead and just try to build it out to a really good spot because there is some improvements I can make. Again, I'll go through this thoroughly. And I was going to wait till then, but I was like, I don't know if I'm going to die before then because I'll just probably go YOLO. Not a good idea. So let me make the build video now. All right. So shout out to Sowza. Thank you. I think it's good to maybe use this video and his build and kind of, for guidance and reference, and use both our builds and kind of see which way you want to take it. Again, if I could have all the gear or access to all the gear, I would kind of lean toward evasion energy shield, but this is totally viable with energy shield. And I'll go through a little bit of both, right? But I'll focus mainly on my build, right? So this is PiGGie's last Lament Lich on hardcore solo self-found, energy shield dependent, I guess, right? Look at this, energy shield dependent, a little bit of armor, right? So let's go into, I have my little notes here. Let's just go into the gear first, okay? Because I want to make sure I'm not going to miss anything. And then I'll have my link to my build, obviously, in my description. I'm sure you saw it. But first things first, here's the last Lament crossbow. This is everything. You don't have this crossbow, don't even build it. Don't even go into this build, all right? In fact, don't even play crossbow with your Lich until you hit 78. So from level 1 to 78, I suggest doing the whole EDC build, which is Essence Strain, Catangent, and really Dark Effigy, right? You really become a Dark Effigy build, right? You're just throwing down those totems, then you're casting Catangent, then you do Essence Drain, right? That's what I like to do. I like those three buttons, and I do that in order. I just keep spamming those three in order. I do Dark Effigy, Catangent, Essence Drain, Dark Effigy, Catangent, Essence Drain. Then I do Essence Drain, Essence Drain, Essence Drain, right? Then I do the same three over. Anyway, that's a whole different build. But do that all the way to 78 until you can equip this crossbow. Boom, right? Then from there, this is what you want to focus on in hardcore solo self-found, all right? I'm just talking strictly hardcore solo self-found. You want to focus on your resistance, okay? So my gear, I just went for resistance to make sure I can cap out all, right? And same thing here. I mean, I have a lot of room for improvement, right? But this is just what I decided to go with. Sorry, I know I'm going through fast, but now let's go through it slow, right? After you get your resistance, you want to focus on energy shield, right? Or I focus on energy shield, sorry. So I did have a bunch of gear, like my gloves before this one was like, an evasion armor, but it had the right resistance because I prioritized resistance first. And I'll put up on the screen in editing, I'm talking right now recording, but I'll put up on screen a list of the priorities, but it goes as last Lament, obviously is number 1 that you need. Making sure you cap your resistance, number 2. Get an energy shield on your gear, it's number 3. Number 4 is now getting spirit. right? Which is equally important. These are all equally important, by the way. So your resistance, your energy shield, and getting spirit, okay? Then after that, it's up to you. You want what you want to do. You want to get, you know, damage, flat damage. You want to get life. You want to get, what's that thing called? Rarity of items. All that is up to you after that. But again, prioritize resistance, energy shield, and getting enough spirit, right? Just to make my build, you can pick and choose what you want to do. But that's what I would prioritize, right? As far as flask is concerned, it really doesn't matter about your life flask. Your mana actually kind of does. Sometimes you do need to use it. So very rarely, very rarely, you need to use your mana. In fact, you can probably play this build without ever using your mana. How about that? But in some cases where you get mana drained and you're not really using your mana for it, but anyway, you never really need to use mana. So you can kind of scratch that. But so sorry, maybe I should just edit that out, but I'm too lazy. So ignore that. Charms don't really matter as well. But for me, I put frozen and I put shocked just because I don't want to get frozen. I don't want to get shocked. You could put golden charms up in here. It's all good. All right. All right. I know I might be going a little bit fast. So passive tree. Now passive tree, this is where we differ a lot from my build to Sowza's build. Sowza, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but I'm definitely energy shield focused here. And again, don't play this build until you hit level 78 and beyond, because the first part of the tree is I'm just all ES, right, that you're getting. So there is no damage nodes until or skill nodes until way later. So right now I'm just I'm just getting ES. And if I want to prioritize, like at level 78, if you're gonna get, I would say go up here, get this, go up here, get this extra 5% of damage reduction. So I got 5% damage reduction here, right? Because it bypasses anyways, blah blah blah. It works really well with sorry, it's right here. It works really well with this. That's sorry, right here. So that's 10% of damage reduction, right? Plus this 5% right here is 15% damage reduction. Then later on I'm gonna show you the skill, but I have right here a companion, and I use loyalty. Where is it at? Loyalty for another 10% of damage reduction, right? So there's my little DR introduction there. So anyway, so go up here, get these ES nodes, get this ES node. Don't get these yet, right? Not yet. Don't even get this yet. And this is mind over matter. This is kind of, you know, get this later. So just go up here, make sure you get this first. Come up here, get that. Go up here, ignore this, get this later. Go up here, go this way, get that. Go up here, ignore this, get that later. And just branch all the way down, get that later. Go all the way down, get this, right? Get that for your companion. So that way you can, these damage nodes work with you, right? So get that, right? Go down, get this, and later on I'm gonna get this. So it's totally up to you. Go down, get the skill speed, go down, more, right? Oops, sorry. Right here, movement speed, right? Damage, go down here, and more. Movement speed, whatever. So you can attack and move. Okay? So again, I'm linking it down there. That's what I would go down here. Then once you get this, you get these, then go ahead and reach out and get, you know, go ahead and get your jewel slots, right? Go back up here, branch out this way, get this, get your jewel slot. Don't get these two yet. Go over here, get these, that way you recharge faster, get the mind over matter. Then finish out by getting this, getting that, this little thing, right here, this little thing. Get this if you want, you know, just to recharge faster, right? And then here's some elemental damage. Now, if you're gonna go Sowza build, and if you're gonna go ES EV, then I would say you want to go up here. You still want to grab this 5%, right? I would ignore this until later. I would ignore this whole top part, right? Just kind of go up here. Then from there, so imagine this whole top part gone. Don't even get it, right? I would start same way, go up here, grab this, right? Then from here, I would branch down, and I'm sure you can look at his build, his tree, but you know, get these ES EV nodes, go this way, get this ES EV node, you know. what he didn't do is I would have gone down here. Here's another damage node that you can get in blind, and because it'll help you get this too, right? Subterfuge mask and more ES/EV nodes. So that's cool. Then you can branch out this way. Then you can go down here and keep this the same. Another variation is, and there's more elemental damage nodes right here. You can even go down here. You can get attributes, because you're going to need intelligence, you're going to need dex, and you're going to need some strength, right? So you can get these nodes. You can get this little bad guy right here. It's pretty cool. All right. If you have a constricting command, which I do, but I'm choosing not to use this for this particular build, but if you have this, you can definitely grab these nodes up here, right? These surrounding nodes do way more damage, right? They're really good, and this one over here too. So there's options here, but I'm not doing that, right? I'm not doing that at all. All I got is last lament, and I got a bunch of just yellows. Okay, look at this, a bunch of yellows, right? This is really good and really lucky. I got spirit and I got +3 projectile. Okay, really lucky on that one. These rings could be a lot better, a lot better. They're just my resistant rings, if anything. Okay, so these rings suck. This is really good high chaos belt. So, but it's only got one charm slot. That's fine, whatever. The life roll sucks. But anyway, so yeah, every piece of my gear has a lot of room for improvement. Okay, nothing super special. So if I could do it, you could do it. So there's my tree. If you have any questions, this is super nice, and that's why I got this one little node right here, just because I get extra more damage, you know, right? Get a little bit more damage, squeezing out all the damage I can get. This tree isn't finalized yet. I still going to tweak around and play with it, but if you notice, I got so many jewels. Right, I just went for all the jewel slots. Maybe I'll give up a couple jewel slots just so I can get more past different nodes. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. I haven't even got my 4th ascendancy point. 4th, you know, the last 2. I'm sorry for like mumbling right now, but I haven't got my last 2 yet. I only got 6, so I went with these. My last 2, I might consider doing this. Again, the Unholy Might. Maybe I'll report back, or you can just send me a message and I'll let you know how it's going. I'm not sure if I will make a whole new video based on it. Maybe I will. But if not, if that doesn't work out for me, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this node right here, and I'm just going to take this node up here, because the Mind Over Matter is will help me out, right? So I'll take this 20% ES and take this, because everything else is kind of, I'm not cursing nobody. I don't want to cast another skill. Don't need it. But if I was casting, if I'm using Blasphemy, then this would be kind of cool to take, right? But at any rate, I'm going to try this one first, then on my 4th ascendancy. So the first 2 ascendancies that you do, you know what? You just want to grab this, bam, eternal life. So you need eternal life, because if you look, the last lament, it sacrifices 300 life to not consume the last bolt. And because you have eternal life, where you're not going to be changing, your life cannot change as long as you have energy shield, you don't have to pay this 300 life. So you're just literally unlimited bolts. You're just firing away, right? You're just firing away. So that's the interaction between those two, and that's all. Again, that's why you need to be a lich. I'm not a last lament, whatever, anything warrior. Last lament, Deadeye. Last lament, you know, invoker. None of that. You have to be lich. Okay, not even a blood mage. You have to be a lich. Boom, boom. All right. So, where's my notes at? Trying to miss anything here. Damn, was that everything? Oh yeah, let's go through the skills, all right? So, let me go through the skills. So, these crossbow shots right here, this is, I'm playing with different supports, and I'll talk about that just in a little bit, but this Requiem and Galv Shards, this is what you're going to be doing. You're Galv Sharding, you're just blasting everything on the map using this, right? That's it. That's all you do. You don't need a curse, you don't need to do nothing. You don't even have to use emergency reload. Just, you're blasting everything, okay? So in Galv, you want it, this is your main clearing skill. I have Fork. Everyone uses Fork. Very good. Very good, right? D-Lib, you need this, right? You know, actually, maybe I don't, but I like it. I mean, I think it's super strong with it. Like, I swapped out, you know, I've used Light Pen and Execute, and LE Focus is not good to use at all. Let me put that away. I should probably throw that away. But light pen and execute, I've used that in place of, and I just like the way dlib feels, right? Innervate is another one that you can kind of cycle out if you don't want to use it, but I think it's good. You kill, you get that nice 25% damage boost, you know, looks good. This is necessary. It's very necessary. Element or arm, right? 2, very good. Rapid attacks. This is something that you can swap out, right? Again, to whatever makes you feel good. In fact, for the longest time, I was using this. Was it Rakiatas flow? I was doing this, right? Oops, no, I wasn't doing that. I was doing this, and I had execute, I think, and I was just swapping it back and forth. Right, depending, I was doing this during the maps, and when I ran into a boss, I swap it over. Then somewhere after a few maps, I got super lazy and just left it alone. And after a while, I was like, you know what, I want to attack faster, so I went rapid attacks, and I just left it up here because if I did want to swap it out, so that was like my whole process. You know, again, the very start of this whole build, I used this. This is optional, okay? You don't have to use this. You do not. I repeat, you do not. You can go with rapid attacks down here, and up here you just put execute. So if you don't have this, this is what I would recommend, right? Fork, dlib, innervate, LE, arm, rapid attack, right? Then for Requiem, use dlib, con, right? LE armament, and execute, right? But this is nice. You know, if you're pretty savvy, you just keep swapping it back and forth. But you know, after a while you get lazy, so just go ahead and just leave it like this, and it's fine. This is your boss killer. Sorry for like jumping all around, but this is your boss killer. This smokes up so many bosses. This is what you need, right? This is all you need. This comes from your crossbow. This is why, another reason why this crossbow is so dang good. Because you look at this crossbow, it's like unassuming. It's like, oh, the damage is not that great. Oh, whatever. Why is this crossbow so good? Well, again, because you never have to reload, and that Requiem, right? Composed Requiem. That Composed Requiem is, I don't know, it's just so good. It's way better than shock burst rounds, way better than that plasma gun thing, whatever, right? This thing is unbelievably great, and you'll see it in the gameplay. This is make or break the whole build, okay? So again, my preferred setup would be dlib, con area, LE, and Rakiatas. Jeez, okay, Rakiatas flow. How do you even say that? Rakitas? Rakiata? Yeah, that thing, right? Okay, now, everything after these two, I'm sorry. Let me go like this. Herald of Thunder is necessary, okay? Just because, you know, it makes... I actually forgot to activate it one time, and I was like running through the map. I'm like, why is it so slow? Then I realized, oh, I didn't activate Herald of Thunder. Still doable, but it's slow. Herald of Thunder makes things a lot faster, okay? In Herald of Thunder, I got LE Focus. I got Lightning Attunement. I got Mag Area 1. And I got Execute 2, okay? You can play around with these, whatever. This is what I have. I'm sure I'm mess around with it some more. But these three is literally all you need. Everything else right here is optional, up to you, okay? So, but what I have is I have Convalescence. I know a lot of people don't like Convalescence. I wouldn't say a lot. I would say there's some of you guys that don't like Convalescence. I don't know why. I think it's great, especially when I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm like, oh no, I need to like get my energy shield, and I don't want to wait for the recharge. Even though my recharge is fast, but sometimes I want it right now. So I like Convalescence for that reason. I can cast it. In Convalescence, I have Second Wind, so I can cast it twice, 2 times, right? Cooldown recovery, so I can get my charges back quick. Prolonged duration, so I can heal for longer. And I got Precision. I might take out Precision. When I do this right here, because look at I'm losing mana, so I might put Clarity in place of Precision in the future. But for now, I have Precision just for more accuracy, right? Emergency Reload is another optional. I'm actually really unsure if this works. In theory, it should work, but it doesn't show up on my tooltip right here. When I do cast it, it doesn't increase my damage. But just reading the description, where it goes instantly reload all of your crossbow ammunition clips and empower each clip's ammunition to deal more damage for a duration. So I'm thinking, look, ammunition, this Requiem, right at the top there, ammunition. All right, galvanic shards, ammunition. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this works, but when I use it, it doesn't change the numbers. But I'm thinking, in my brain, it makes me feel good that I'm using it. So I don't know. I mean, I could test it, I guess. I'm very, I just got my character to 92. I just got it to 78. This character's only been running for a couple of days now, right? So I still need to fine tune it. I don't know. Maybe I will test not using it and see if it's slower. But now I just cast it. I just blindly go with it, right? And in here, I got prolonged duration, right? So I can have this buff for longer. Cooldown recovery, so I can do it more often. And this profanity too, right? Again, I don't know if this is really working, but cool concept, right? Cool concept. This is another optional. It may not seem optional because I have it on the skill tree here, the companion. But this is optional because I've seen builds without using this. But I like it because it gives me another 10% DR, right? I love that. And these nodes are super sick, dude. Because I get 10% damage. My companion gets 12% damage, right? That's 22% damage right there. 22% damage if you combine them because of this, right? So I'm like thinking I get 22% damage per node, dude, and one down here. That's huge, right? And on top of that, my companion, I got the haste aura, so I'm gonna have to stay close to my companion anyway, so I can run and blah blah blah. So I'm getting like damage, I'm getting attack speed buffs from him, So this is really cool, right? So, and I got loyalty. I've got elemental army, right? Just to kind of keep him alive. I'm not using this guy for damage at all. I'm using him for the buffs, right? I got meat shield, and I got rapid attacks. This one I can change out. I probably will. Just didn't put too much thought into it, but these three necessary, I think, just to keep them alive, or keep my little ant alive here. War banner. Now this is something I just recently put in because I had, Wind Dancer. Because I had the extra spirit, so I put Wind Dancer, but I have no evasion. So Wind Dancer to me was useless, but I just had pin and blind and maim on there just in case they hit me. At least I can cast that on them. So that's why I went with that at first, But I have no evasion. So it was not doing me any good. And that's actually why I like the evasion energy shield combo hybrid mix build, because then you can use Wind Dancer, you can use Ghost Dance, you don't have to use this. And then if you don't have enough spirit, then you don't actually even have to use convalescence, right? I would still recommend doing this, and then using my companion just for the 10% DR, then going for Wind Dancer and going for Ghost Dance, right? And then you'll just be like ultimately like your survivability just goes through the roof, right? But for now, I'm just heavily focused on ES. So there's actually another banner that gives you more higher like elemental threshold and gives you like a +4 max resistance per element, which is like really good, right? So but I'm actually not afraid of dying, and now I say that I probably will die. Maybe I should change this out to that more defensive banner. But this banner right here lets me, this banner lets me attack faster and do more damage. So I'm just sitting here just blasting away. I like to throw this down when I see Abyss, right? The little green monsters that come out. I throw this banner down and I'm just blasting away, bah, 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 So yeah, maybe the defensive banner is actually not a bad idea. But with this, these are my support gems. I got prolonged duration too, right? So it lasts longer. I got mag area just so it can have a larger area, right? Magnified area. Then I threw in this support because I had it. If you don't have it, it's not necessary, right? But this is that way I can build the glory fast enough, because you need to attack monsters to build up glory for you to be able to cast this, right? So the building up, this makes me build it up a lot faster, so I can go ahead and throw this banner down. And I'm actually kind of lazy in throwing this banner down, so it's very selective times. I don't just throw it down on a regular mob. It's when things get kind of dicey is when I throw this down. And that's why maybe I can swap this out to the defensive one, because I'm not really using this to kill regular monsters at all. So maybe I can put the defensive one, and when I'm getting like spanked, I can throw down the defensive one to like kind of keep me alive. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will, because you really don't need it, but it's nice to throw down on bosses and whatnot. But dude, you just smoke up the bosses using Requiem. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so this is again up to you what you want to do. All right. That was a lot of information. I hope I got through everything. I'm gonna have my build linked at the bottom. I'm gonna end this portion of it and I'm gonna go straight to the gameplay, okay? Right now. So for the gameplay portion, I'm gonna run a T16 map right here. Temp chains, elemental weakness, extra damage is cold, got all that nasty stuff right here. Less slow recovery rate, all right? That I don't like that. I'm running on a corrupted node with a +1 monster level, right? I got this to another one right here for another +1 monster level, and I'm just running this for experience, right? And making the boss, right? Anyway, so that's what I'm running here. So I'm gaining more experience, and this is, it says 81, but this is going to be a level 82 monster area. Okay, so let's pop it. And let's go. T16 +2 to monster. It's going to be a level 82 area. Riverside. Right here. Level 82. Hardcore solo self found. Okay. And let's go. I'm just running around. I'm going to talk out loud what I'm doing. And it's just, oop, not Galv Shard. Oop, oop, oop. Let's go here. Let's load it up. There we go. Galv Shard. Those little ice things are from my little ant friend. Just kill. I like to run with the full screen up. I know it looks ugly. Some people like to do this, but I don't want to keep moving my eyes. So run with the ugly map overlay. Right, I'm just blasting. Blasting. It's really that simple. That's it. I don't even have to reload. Oh, look at this. Oh, boss time. Okay, I just go ahead, push Requiem. I did, I pressed, what's that, emergency reload? And then I pressed Requiem and just blasted him. Down. Gone. Right, it's still going. There it is. Now it's back to Galv Shard. It's a cooldown. It's on a timer. Both of those are on a timer, so I just press emergency reload. And then I press Requiem. And I just go straight to town. Blasting. And that's it. Wait, that's it. That simple. I know I keep saying that's it. But really, truly, that really is it. Just blasting. I don't want to curse. I don't want to do this and that. I just want to just push one button and kill. And every now and then I push 2 buttons and then I go back to my 1 button. Kill. Some of y'all, oh, it's too easy and sucks. Blah, blah, blah. I don't like playing simple builds. I'm the total opposite. I actually like playing simple builds. I don't want to sit there and play the piano, right? Where I'm like casting like 20 things. Checking out my cooldowns, right, and all that kind of crap. And there's a lot of stuff I want to pick up. I'm not going to do it just for the sake of the video. I'll just have to run back. I'll end the video later and I'll just run back and go back and pick up what I want. So I'm just kind of ignore all this right now. Ooh, I hate this. So every time I see this green part on the map, I have PTSD, right? I like so scared of dying, so I take it extra slow. And this is where you'll see me drop. Jokes on me. Maybe I'll do that in the video too. Okay, but I sit back and make sure I play extra safe because I don't want to die. Maybe I'll throw it on the banner. I haven't done it yet. That's what I was talking about. You really don't need a banner. I might swap it out to the defensive banner. Just because if you do need it, or if I do need it, it'll probably be in a super serious situation where I'm like dying, right? But then again, if I'm dying, I'm like booking it. I don't want to throw it on the banner. I want to get out of there, right? And recharge my energy shield. Okay, so here, boss, no problem. Requiem, done. Easy. Get out of here. Not even a boss, I mean, just like a yellow monster, right? And then since I still have it and it's still active right now, whoops! Sorry, let's just juice that up a little bit. This is a little bit slow, my shooting. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Did I like mess with it? No, that's right. Okay. Rapid attacks. And yes, I am playing on controller because I love it. But this is where I would like swap back and forth. And you can see it. Let me do it real quick. And this is what I would do. Right? At first, when I was like so like in tune with, oh no, I gotta like maximize my damage. So I kept doing it. And you'll see the difference is very little. And then I just got lazy And I just kept it with rapid attacks. Right. And I'm gonna clear out this map 100% just because. Ooh, damn! If I go down there, it's gonna be like a level 83 area, right? Ooh, yeah. I gotta go down there. So, let's try to clear this as fast as possible, huh? Let me go back because I'm gonna be lazy and I don't want to keep swapping it back. So I'm just blasting away. There we go. Get out of here. Yeah. Ooh, I gotta be real. I know I gotta be more cautious. I'm like being super brave because I'm recording. Then I'll die. Then I have to like delete my videos. The video I just recorded earlier, just because I'm like, dude, I'm dead, man. So it's alright. I'll fight the boss later. No, I'll fight the boss now. Let's go fight. Zekoa. Come on, Zekoa. What is this? The monkey? What is this? It is. Huh! Don't slam me, bro. There. And it's a wrap. Right? Level 82 boss. Let me drop some of this stuff just so I can pick that up. Oh no. I'll be back for y'all. I'll be back. Pick some of these things up just in case I forget. Alright. Let's go here. Let's go clear out this map. That was easy, right? Kinda forgot I even fought him. That was easy. Nice. It'd be kind of cool if we were able just to like leave everything on the ground, go to town, and then we could see everything that was dropped on the map, and we can like kind of pick and choose. I mean, that's like an extra layer of being lazy, I guess. Cool idea, but I'm not necessarily sure if we should do that. You know? Like, that makes the game a little bit too easy, right? I think it's kind of cool to like have it where we kind of mess up, so we have to be keen on picking things up, because if you overlook some things, like, you know, like Elon, and you like miss a chaos orb, you could be called a noob, right? Dude, you freaking left the chaos orb, you suck, man. But you know, that's just part of playing the game, right? 0 monsters remain? That was it? This map is small. That's whack. Alright, let's go down. Before I go down, let's clear out my inventory. Let me go there with a nice, fresh inventory. Man, that was fast. So, let's do this. It's my little rotation I like to do. Salvage. Then I sell all the other junk. I don't like that. Not worthy. No. 39%, 25%. Sorry, I'm running out of space, right? 25. This is actually not bad. Need something good. 150. Alright, I'm just gonna keep that. I'll play with that a little later. Alright, so let's just dump everything. That can go. Alright, these are going my overflows. This over here. Put that over there. Put this right next to it. Let's give it some space. And I'm gonna keep this ring, right? I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna sell the other one. And let's drop down. This is actually okay. Put that here. Go here. Sell that. Go here. Let's go back down. And let's drop down to a level 83 map now. I was hoping that I was gonna go to Abyss, whatever, one of these little things, but this is cool. Where is it? Dark Domain. Dark Domain's kind of is cool because there's a boss, right? The Abyssal Depths. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool if I can get Abyssal Depths so I can show level 83 area. But now like level 83. All right, same character. Level 92, not even min-max. I swear I just got this character level 78 a couple days ago, and I was just been blasting away. Oh no, been blasting away and got to level 92 so quick, so quick. Right, same thing here. Go very slow. Don't just be running in like, oh my gosh. So kind of like go back and forth, get it back up. Don't get hit. Ouch. Try not to get hit, so that way when you do get hit, it's not such a big deal. If you're sitting there like, oh, I can take a few hits, and next thing you know, you're taking like 5 hits and you're dead. So just always be careful, right? Okay, now watch this. I'm just going to Requiem. Oh no! There we go. And while I have it still active, I'm just going to run in real quick and just kind of like blast as much as I could. You know, I just said be careful. I'm just going to do it. Because until the gal... Oh, there we go. Now I'm playing cautiously. Until Gal Shortens comes back. What I like to do is I like to hug the corner when I do these maps. I like to hug, not corners, I like to hug the edges and just make one big circle around, then come and clear out the middle. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go counterclockwise up, edge. Okay, I'm going to go down the banner. And he's still kind of hard. Oh my goodness. Alright, Requiem. Nope, no, not yet. What happened? Where'd my Requiem go? What? Yeah, I casted it, but I don't know. Maybe misclicked something. Lost it. I see the cooldown. Anyway, there we go. No Requiem. Took a little bit. Oops. Okay. Look how fast it just jumps back up. It's almost already at 100%. Okay. I'll fight homie later. Let's clear this place out first. Easy. Level 83. Easy. Feels like level 70 to me. Alright, here we go. Requiem time. See, I'm not really worried about my companion doing damage. I think, you know, to make it worthwhile, you have to like invest a lot of nodes. The nodes that I did invest in were for me to also get the buffs, right? To get me the damage, because I get 10% if I'm in the presence, and then they get my companion gets 12% in overall. But as long as I'm close to him, just like this right here, I get that 12% as well, right? And I got the haste aura that it comes with. Because it took me a while to get the haste aura companion. I just had to keep resetting checkpoint. If that's something you have a question on, please send me a message and I'll explain it in better detail and what I did there. It's really easy. There's some good, I think there's some good video out there to show you. Maybe not, though, I don't know. But I'm sure there is. But yeah, I just kept resetting the checkpoint until I got one with the haste aura and all hits shock. You know. Spirit. I'll take the spirit gem, thank you. Level 83. I just want to emphasize that. Level 83. Once you have like all your res capped out at 75, you know, you can sleep easy, or you can, you know, rest easy, knowing that you can take some damage. But you can still die though. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I lost my level 96 earlier this league. It was a different build, totally different build, but I was full max, you know, max res. I think close to 10k, just like this, close to 10k ES, and I still got wrecked. All right, here we go. Still got my ass. Lost that character. That one bummed me out because I really thought I was going to hit 100 on that character, and I feel like I can hit 100 on this character. Or I know I can hit 100 on this character. I don't think I have enough time until next league. You know, I have 2 more months until next league starts, but I'm gonna need a lot of time because I don't get to play too much. But anyways, boss time. Now for the boss, I'm at 40, you know, 50% right now. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait until about 80, 90%, then let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Easy, easy. I don't even need the banner. I'm not even gonna use the banner. How about that? Oh, I'm not even gonna use the banner. Okay, here we go. Requiem. Requiem. And I stand by the ant. Dead. Dead. Done. Done. Level 83. Done. Alright. Any questions? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Peace out.